So this Peter Davidson is done testifying in the Manhattan District's bank fraud, election interference, hush money case. And the only thing the defense is really able to do is paint Davidson out to be kind of a slime ball. But a couple things I noticed were kind of interesting. They talked about the payments with Cohen and this and that, and how he primarily only dealt with Cohen. But then this contract came up, and they used pseudonyms for the parties involved, which is legal from what I can tell, from what I've found. It's the act of signing the actual contract that makes it binding, not what name you put on the contract. But I thought that was interesting. That just adds another layer of how Donald Trump was trying to hide this hush money payment. You know, as I've said all along, it's not the act of paying her that was the problem. You know, he paid her money to not talk about this case, about their affair. Okay, that is fine. It's how he went about it. He paid the money through Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen used a bank account where he didn't say it was for political purposes. Michael Cohen called it retainer fee to the attorney. And then turned around and tried to repay Michael Cohen by calling it legal fees. And now we find out he signed the contract under a fake name. You know, those things are all signs of I'm trying to hide something. And he was really trying to hide this thing. So I think that kind of proves this whole case. I mean, everything so far has all been damning evidence against Donald Trump, but that kind of just eats at the heart of what they're trying to prove, which is he was trying to hide this thing. It wasn't so much that he did it, it was the cover-up, and that's what usually happens. Sometimes the crime isn't the problem, or even the original act sometimes isn't even a crime. It's covering up that act where it becomes a crime. And it seemed like, at least during cross-examination, the only thing the defense could really offer against this guy's testimony was more of, well, other people do this stuff too. Like they talked about Hulk Hogan doing something similar, and some other clients that this Davidson had, where he was similar, doing similar things. And they're just trying to paint him as a slime ball. Well, yes, this attorney's a slime ball. But that's not the point. He may be kind of slimy and doing some shady stuff. Doesn't mean it's not still a crime. So I think that's that point. I just found it very interesting that it was signed under an alias, and the defense really can't argue this too much, other than the contract was drawn up with an alias and other people do the same thing.